USA Hockey has released their preliminary roster for the World Junior Championship this upcoming Christmas, and it features some of the Chicago Blackhawks' top prospects. We also have a bit of IIHF news, which features a new rule that could impact a lot of players heading into this World Juniors and everything else about the IIHF. So before we get into all of that, we noticed that 83% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. So if you're looking for a spot to get all your news surrounding the Chicago Blackhawks and around the rest of the NHL, you're in the right spot. Make sure to stay a while, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the breaking news. We're also very, very close to 1,000 subscribers, and that would mean the world to us if we could hit that by Christmas. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit the sub button. It would mean a lot to us. But like I said, I'm gonna start off with the big one here, which is some of the top prospects for the Blackhawks have been invited to the preliminary roster for the World Junior Championship. We also have a very, very, very big snub, which we're also going to talk about, which could impact the Chicago Blackhawks, this upcoming offseason. So we're going to talk about that in a bit, but we're going to talk about here the forwards first. Features three very big names in Gavin Hayes, Oliver Moore, and Frank Nazar. Two of those, Oliver Moore and Frank Nazar, being, very close to the top of the prospect list for the Chicago Blackhawks. The defense also features Sam Rinzel, who's another top prospect on this team. But, these players are going to have a very big opportunity to shine in this World Junior Championship. I'm going to say, we're Canadian, so it hurts me to say this, but the U.S. is the team to beat in this tournament. They really are. They are, I think, so far what I've seen, the best team by far, and I don't even think it's close, to be honest with you. The goaltending, the defense, the offense, and some of these prospects that are in the NHL already, some that are, on this team, especially the Blackhawks, it's going to be a very big tournament to prove a lot for these guys, and, it's something to watch. So, Noah, what do you think about these four names here, heading into this World Junior Championship, assuming that they will make the roster? In my opinion, I think all four of them will. I think that they're some of the top talent on this team. But what do you think they're going to do in this World Junior Championship, along with how they're going to take what they learned from this tournament into their eventual progression into the NHL with the Blackhawks?
Yeah, well, you talked about how stacked the team is. And for the Blackhawks to have four of their prospects there already on a stacked team, it just goes to show how depthy their prospect pool is. Frank Nazar, hell of a year in Michigan this year. Oliver Moore, another guy who's playing very well in North Dakota. I do believe he's playing in North Dakota. Sam Rinzel, I can't remember where he plays exactly. I think it might be Michigan as well, to be honest with you.
University of
Minnesota. I was close. But, four guys that are really solid, and I think they're going to be difference makers for this team. They have how many first round picks in that lineup, but I think those four guys are going to be difference makers. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the World Juniors are some of the best hockey to watch. You get to see them going up against the next generation talent of the NHL. It's going to be competition they're going to be facing for years to come once they make the NHL. So it's going to be a really good showing of how these guys will progress, how they play right now against some of the skilled players of their age group. And it's just very exciting to watch in general, Christmas time, New Year's Eve, the New Year's. It's such a good time to watch.
I should be singing "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" because it really
it is. It just shows the next generation of talent that we're going to be seeing, and these guys are definitely a part of that group. And Blackhawks fans, you're trying to get into hockey, like I said in the past video. This is the time to watch. You got to watch the World Juniors. It's such a good time. Very busy schedule around Christmas time, but it shows some of the next generation talent, especially on this Blackhawks team that has a lot of it going on to just this United States roster. We haven't even spoken about the other teams yet, but they're going to have a lot of features around this World Junior tournament. We also have another big, very big snub that, may affect the Blackhawks in the future. That's Cole Eiserman, projected second overall pick behind Macklin Celebrini come this next draft. He was snubbed from this team. He didn't make it. Even though he's eligible for the next draft, it's still a very talented team. He didn't make it. His stats definitely show that he should have. He's definitely a very, very good player, but we've seen a lot of people say this, I'm saying it myself as well. The World Juniors don't always, just choose the best players for each team. It's a lot about, building the team that's right. You always want to see the biggest talent on the team, but, the GMs of these teams of Canada, US, Sweden, Finland, whatnot, they try to build the best team to win. They're not trying to build, the most skilled team. Even though Cole Eiserman could definitely make this team, I don't think it's, it will affect him in any way. He's still probably unanimous number 2, maybe even number 1, depending on some players. Very big stretch, but, that's a very big one that is missing out on this U.S. team. And it's also featuring James Higgins. He's the year after Cole Eiserman, projected in the 2025 draft. He's made the team, but, they like a bit of just a mix of players. I think they might say James. He fits well. He fits better than Cole Eiserman, and they might have just chosen him in that way. So I don't think it's any major major problem with that.
I think with Eiserman not being there, it obviously they have already an elite top six. Jimmy Snuggerud, Will Smith, Gabe Perreault, all guys who just absolutely light it up night in and night out. I don't think there's really a spot for Cole Eiserman on this team. He might have seen fourth line, maybe because with the IIHF, there's the 13th forward, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So he'd probably have that role, which, it's at that point, the guy's a prolific goal scorer. Why would you want to have him as a 13 forward, maybe seeing 7-8 minutes a night on a game? It's kind of a waste of a pick almost. But, at the same time, it's obviously he's such a talented player. And, he would make a difference. But at the same time, it's like I kind of understand their decision.
Yeah, no, they're not shy at all from goal scoring on this team. So that's what Cole Eiserman, is the best at. He's a very, very good goal scorer. So they kind of got to spread out what their skills are on offense. So I don't think it's any major snub, I guess you could say. It definitely is someone who can make the team, someone who can make an impact, but it's not a big issue. I don't really think it's not going to affect his draft stock or anything. It would probably boost it a bit, but I think he's unanimous number 2 anyways. I don't really think he might not go number 1.
Yeah.
He's not going to go 3, so I don't think it's going to affect him that much. But we also have, speaking of the International Ice Hockey Federation, we have another rule that they implemented. I believe it was yesterday, December 3rd. They are mandating neck guards now, cut-resistant neck guards, after we know the incident that happened over at the Nottingham, I can't remember their team. I was going to say Nottingham Forest, but that's the Premier League team. The Nottingham Panthers, sorry.
Yeah.
The IIHF Council, on recommendation from its medical committee, has decided to mandate the use of neck guard laceration protectors specifically designed for this purpose at all levels of the IIHF competitions. So this does not just mean the World Juniors. This doesn't mean, this is everything. This is, the World Championship, everything, the World Juniors. I'm not sure about Olympics, but I believe that.
I think it is.
Yeah. So it might be Olympics as well. This is a rule that has been getting implemented pretty much all over the hockey world. Many leagues are adapting this new thing. The NHL's yet to do it. I can see it happening in a future, in a bit. But many teams are ordering them if they want to use them. I know a lot of players don't like it, but safety. As much as it sucks, it don't affect us sitting down watching the TV or sitting in the rink watching them play. But for them, the safety is the number one importance of this whole issue. Yeah. So I do agree with the rule. You can't really deny it. It's something that you don't want to see happen, especially at live, in person, whatnot. So, just another rule that we're going to see. It's not going to have any impact on the players. It's not going to have any. It's not going to stop someone from scoring 20 more goals than they would normally. So, it's just a little updated rule, for the IIHF going to this World Junior Championship. But that's pretty much all we got. Noah, you got any final thoughts before we end this video here?
No, I'll say I will put this in. I don't know if I'm setting myself up here, but if the video gets 200 likes, I'll sing "Wonderful Time of the Year" in the next video. So
okay, yeah. All right, that's all we got.
I am standing by it.
Okay, well we'll make sure to mark that down. But that's all we got for this video. Bit of Blackhawks news coming in the World Juniors, which is very exciting time of the year, like Noah said. But that's all we got for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to give it a like. And like I said, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We mean the world. That's when we can hit that by Christmas time. So make sure to hit the sub button if you haven't already. But that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.